Tonight on UI7 News, the University of Illinois holds a forum to discuss tensions regarding Chief Illini Way.
And how do we create a structure and great transparency about how we move this process forward.
Then, Mark Zuckerberg continues to testify before Congress in the Facebook data breach scandal.
I started Facebook, I run it, and I'm responsible for what happens here.
And later, U.S. Olympic speed skaters make a stop in the area on a tour to bring awareness to their sport.
UI7 News starts now.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio at the University of Illinois campus, UI7 News, your U of I news source.
Hello, I'm Evan Kahn.
And I'm Shani Ben-Ezra. Welcome to this week's edition of UI7 News.
Facebook is under fire tonight, and people are questioning the protection and privacy of not only their user data, but also their personal information on the site.
It was revealed last month that the site has been sharing users' personal information and data with political research group Cambridge Analytica. The research group worked for Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg testified for nearly 5 hours today before Congress. The 33-year-old billionaire apologized for the site sharing the information of its users.
Multiple senators say the social media site can't be trusted with the collection of vast amounts of data, especially when that information was being used without users' consent.
To facilitate that, can you say with absolute certainty that Facebook or any of the Facebook employees working as campaign embeds did not grant any special approval rights to the Trump campaign to allow them to upload a very large number of Facebook ads in that final stretch?
Congressman, we apply the same standard to all campaigns.
Can you say that there were not special approval rights granted? Is that what you're saying? There were not special approval rights granted by any of the embeds or support folks, as you call them, in that Trump campaign?
Congressman,
yes or no?
what I'm saying is
okay.
that we
all right, if you're saying yes, then I'll
This
take
was the
you.
second and final hearing this week amid the data scandal. The Federal Trade Committee is currently investigating Facebook.
Tonight, countless people across central Illinois are worrying about what this will mean to them and their privacy. UI7's Zach Barakat is live in Urbana with more on Facebook's status locally.
Yeah, Facebook's latest controversy is causing many people around here to question things. And tonight, one social media expert is weighing in.
Do people realize that's being done with their data? Is that ethical? Is it okay?
Social media expert Joe Yoon says everyone should be concerned about the Facebook controversy. Yoon is a professor at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. He says Facebook is powerful and people should be cautious with what they post and share on the social network.
Absolutely, this kind of research is being conducted with regards to taking social media data and trying to correlate that with people's psychology.
An investigation into Facebook was launched after Cambridge Analytica was able to obtain the data of millions of Facebook users. Data was taken from Cambridge Analytica after users would take online personality quizzes. Other third-party companies were allegedly accused of taking data as well for the use of advertisement sales, among other things. Now, many Facebook users like Christian Molinado and Humberto Ochoa are worried about how this could impact them.
I think as a big company, they should have more responsibility, just the amount of people info they handle, they shouldn't be doing that.
Facebook is offering many solutions to fix privacy for users, but how transparent do they plan to be?
When you log on Facebook or when you create an account, you should know what you're getting into. It's an information sharing platform. That's what it always has been.
Zuckerberg testified before Congress today, and he admits that the company has made some mistakes.
But it's clear now that we didn't do enough to prevent these tools from being used for harm as well.
Zuckerberg says he plans to make privacy settings easier to use in the future. Live in Champaign-Urbana, I'm Zach Barakat, UI7 News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Zach. Facebook placed a message on users' newsfeed to let them know whether their data was taken. Speaker Paul Ryan announced today he will not seek re-election in November. After 20 years in Congress,
I was able to make that personal decision because I feel like we have put our majority in a good place. because we have gotten a lot done. It's making a big difference in people's lives. So I'm confident I'm going to be able to hand this gavel over to another Republican speaker. And because of that list of accomplishments, I actually feel content and confident.
I did not seek this job. I took it.
After 20 years in Congress, Ryan wants to spend more time with his children. The 48-year-old father of 3 said, "My kids aren't getting any younger, and if I stay, they'll only know me as a weekend dad." Republicans already face a tough challenge to keep control of the House. Ryan joins 30 House Republicans who have announced their plans to retire this year.
New efforts are underway to bridge the divide between those who are for and against the University of Illinois' controversial Chief Illini Way. Yesterday, the university launched a series of forums to open up the discussion on the heated topic. UI7's Olivia Schmidt was there and is now live on the University of Illinois campus with the details.
That's right, the university wanted to make sure the hundreds of people who attended the event felt comfortable enough to have an open discussion. That's why audio and video recording was not allowed. The University of Illinois is trying to find common ground on an issue that's divided the campus and community for decades.
It's a very proud day, I certainly hope, and the first step among many steps to move us forward.
Yesterday, over 200 students, faculty, and community members gathered to discuss the issues surrounding Chief Illini WEC. It was the first session in Chancellor Jones' 2-part critical conversation series.
I needed to think strategically about how to move forward in a way that would bring people on different sides of these issues together.
Some say this conversation should have happened 10 years ago when the chief was first retired.
A lot of passion that still existed in the community, in the students, in the alumni, in everybody was still very much there.
Former chief betrayer and U of I alumnus Dan Maloney was a speaker at the event.
I went in there with just the intention to give what we as the portrayers did outside of just the 3.5-minute dance that everybody sees.
The other speaker was Kevin Gover from Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Indian. Gover says he hopes the school can look for ways to serve the Native American community. Gover says, quote, "This is a mighty university. Indian people, while our condition is hardly desperate like we were 100 years ago, could still use powerful friends," end quote. Chancellor Jones says the next step is to pull this information together to find a common path most people can feel good about.
And how do we create a structure and great transparency about how we move this process forward?
The second part of the conversation will take place next Tuesday at the Krannert Center. The topic will be over free speech. Reporting live in Urbana, Olivia Schmidt, UI7 News. Back to you guys.
Well, Evan, I don't know about you, but I'm very happy about the weather today.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer out there. I got to put up the parka for today. Let's go check out what our Fastcast looks like with Carmen Castillo.
Now today's weather's been pretty good for a change. After having snow just a couple days ago, we finally get a chance to enjoy some sun. Now tonight's Fastcast, excuse me, it's gonna be a little cloudy tonight, but we're still going to have some good weather with 52 degrees, and the sunset is going to be at 7:27 p.m. I'll have more on the forecast later on in the show, but for now, back to you guys.
When we come back, we'll see what upcoming graduates plan to do after commencement in May.
And we'll take a look at Olympic speed skaters who paid a visit to the Marketplace Mall in Champaign.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have
I really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Thousands of new college grads will soon flood the job market as graduation is approaching. UI7's Caroline Hinman has an insight on the job outlook for upcoming grads.
May is fast approaching, and graduates are feeling the pressures of securing a job. Senior at the University of Illinois, Vernisha Lawrence, is one of those stressing about her fate in the job market.
I've been trying to get a job since the beginning of senior year, and so I've applied to hundreds of places, many interviews, and still nothing, and so it's really stressful. It's a lot of work, but still got to try.
At the career fair, soon-to-be grads are looking for that entry-level position to get their foot in the job market. But just how easy is it to score one of these entry-level positions? Eden Haycraft is the Senior Assistant Director of Career Connections at the Campus Career Center, and she gave us an update on the current climate of the job market.
The job market right now is really, really good. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. We are fielding calls within our office all the time from employers really looking to fill some entry-level positions. So the market is really great for all different types of majors.
According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, the job market is very good, and employment has reached a 4-year high, as the outlook on 2018 employment is up around 30% from last year. Thousands of students will be entering the market, and Sparkle Sanders from the Campus Career Center agreed that employment for 2018 grads is looking very promising.
Employers are looking for good qualified students and candidates to apply to jobs and to receive jobs. So there are always some majors that seem to feel like there's more opportunities than others. So we're seeing that still, but we feel based on what's going on in our economy and in the market that employers are really looking to hire students from all majors.
With a college degree, average earnings are higher and the probability of being unemployed is very low. In Urbana, I'm Caroline Hinman, UI7 News.
Speed skating Olympians Jerrica Tandeman and Jonathan Garcia stopped by Champaign Marketplace Mall during their national tour to advocate for the sport of speed skating. UI7's Lena Marie has more.
2018 Team USA Olympians here with us today in the food court. We have Jonathan Garcia, Jerrica Tandeman. They just got back from the 2018 games in Korea.
2 U.S. speed skating Olympians stopped by Champaign's Marketplace Mall during their countrywide tour following the Winter 2018 Olympics in Korea.
It's so amazing to have all of your teammates and USA across your chest and on your back, representing the country that you come from.
The U.S. Olympic speed skating team has been traveling the U.S. to reach out to fans and kids to raise awareness on the sport of speed skating.
We're doing about a 20-day tour, stopping at most of our clubs around the East Coast, Mid-Atlantic, and Midwest. So this is our second to last stop on the tour, but I've been going along with the athletes as we make our way through the country.
Both Jerrica and Austin say they hope to connect with the kids during their tour and say they love getting the chance to meet people and show them they are just normal people as well.
The U.S. Olympic speed skating team is signing autographs like these in order to advocate for the sport of speed skating.
As a result of the tour, they hope to connect, share their Olympic stories, and spread their love for skating with the public.
The goal is just to inspire kids and let them know that they can reach any goal they set for themselves.
The kids sure seem to admire the Olympians and their passion.
To visit all our clubs, to bring Olympians by, and just to have young skaters, being able to see them, learn from them, skate with them.
You know, Jarek and I and my other teammates that have also been on this tour can inspire, the kids, just like Dan Jansen inspired me to start skating.
In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Lena Marie, UI7 News.
But I think I ended up
After the break, we will take a look at the forecast for the week live with Carmen Castillo.
And later, Cristiano Simonetta gives us an insight into the upcoming hockey playoffs.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the cats go on vacation? New York.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
University of Illinois students are out on the main quad, taking in the warm, unexpected temperatures. After a week of chilly weather in Champaign, with temperatures standing as low as 21 degrees, this could be the start of the spring season. U of I atmospheric science professor Jeff Frame says that the shift in temperatures is to be expected, despite the unusual change in weather.
And in terms of temperatures, again, up and down is the way spring works. So we're getting warm southerly flow right now ahead of this low pressure system, and then as the low pulls away, flow comes back around out of the north.
It's a beautiful evening here in Champaign-Urbana, and we're hoping for more days like today and that the winter temperatures have disappeared for good. We now go to Carmen Castillo for weather.
So let's take a look at the weather for today. Local temperatures, Champaign-Urbana is going to be 65 degrees today, Rantoul 63, Danville 57, Charleston 54. We're seeing a lot of nice temperatures this week, which is really interesting because it's been snowing and cold. So for the Midwest temperatures, 57 in Indianapolis, Louisville 58, Chicago 59, which is still pretty good weather, Kansas City 67, Des Moines 60. National temperatures, bigger range here. Champaign-Urbana, of course, as mentioned before, 65 degrees. Cleveland, 45, 49 in New York City. Boston is 42. And then, of course, in the nicer areas, Los Angeles, 75 degrees. And Miami, 84. So for tonight's temperature, it's going to be 52 degrees, and it's going to be pretty cloudy tonight. Southwest winds 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow is going to be nice, but make sure to take a jacket with you because there's possibility for afternoon showers. Southwest winds 17 miles per hour as well. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. So as mentioned before, today's temperature is 65 degrees with a low of 52. Tomorrow, Thursday, it's going to be possibility for rain, 74 degrees with a low of 57. And then Friday and Saturday, it's going to be a little bit nicer. That's probably because it's going to rain. There's a possibility for thunderstorms, so look out for that. And then on Sunday, it's going to be a little bit colder, back to that cold weather, 44 degrees, and it's also going to be cloudy. So I don't think anyone was expecting this nice weather. Like, I've seen people in winter coats, and I've seen people in shorts.
They definitely didn't get the memo.
Yeah, I don't know, but...
Thanks, Carmen. Now Cristiano Simonetta joins us in the studio to talk about the upcoming hockey playoffs.
Thanks, guys. Coming up after the break, I'll be discussing the tragic bus accident involving the Humboldt Broncos junior hockey team, as well as the Stanley Cup playoffs that begin tonight with 3 games scheduled.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I know,
I
I heard.
that.
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
Families come in all sizes and shapes. Sometimes your friends are your family by choice, or sometimes you're just stuck with Uncle Charles. But what we know is that you want to protect the people that are close to you, but the flu can unravel everything. Your flu vaccine protects you and your family. No matter what draws your family together, protect yourself, protect your family. Everyone needs a flu vaccine.
Good morning, Illini.
Hey, good morning, Illini, and selamat pagi.
Good morning, Illini.
The Stanley Cup playoffs may begin tonight, but the hockey community is still reacting to the tragic bus accident last Friday involving the Humboldt Broncos, a Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League team. On the way to Game 5 of their playoff series, the team bus was struck by a semi-trailer truck on a highway in Saskatchewan. Of the 28 passengers on the bus, 15 were killed and 13 were injured. It was the deadliest bus accident involving a sports team in Canada in history. Since the accident, an outpour of support from Canada and around the world has helped those affected begin the healing process. Notable tributes came from the Winnipeg Jets and Chicago Blackhawks Saturday night, whose jerseys read Broncos on the nameplate for every player. A GoFundMe in the aftermath of the accident has raised over $8 million. It broke records as the largest campaign in the site's history in Canada and is growing every day. Also, trends on Twitter, hashtag #PutYourSticksOut and hashtag #SticksOutForHumboldt, have gone viral over the past couple days. It involves people leaving their hockey sticks outside because, quote, the boys might need them, wherever they are. The Pittsburgh Penguins sent over a signed jersey to the Broncos, and team captain Sidney Crosby inscribed a personalized message for each of the survivors. Tonight, the Penguins' attention shifts to Game 1 of their opening round playoff series against the Philadelphia Flyers. The Penguins are trying to become the first team since the New York Islanders in the 1980s to win 3 straight Stanley Cups. Claude Giroux, the Flyers captain, who is second in league scoring with 102 points, will lead the charge to try and avenge Philly's playoff loss to Crosby and company in 2012. This is the 7th time the Flyers and Penguins have met in postseason history. They say you have to beat the best to be the best, but I'm afraid the Flyers are outmatched in goal and up front by the defending 2-time champs. Puck drop is set for 6 p.m. Central Time at PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. From the east to the west, 2 Central Division rivals battle tonight in their first ever playoff meeting between one another. The Winnipeg Jets will host the Minnesota Wild in Game 1 of their series at the Rabbit MTS Center at 7 p.m. The Jets are back in the playoffs after failing to qualify the past 2 years, while the Wild have made it to the dance 6 consecutive seasons. Finnish forward Patrik Laine will make his playoff debut after scoring 44 goals in the regular season. The Jets average 3.33 goals per game, which ranks 2nd in the NHL. The Wild were eliminated last year in the first round by the St. Louis Blues and already face adversity this time around, with top defenseman Ryan Suter out for the season after fracturing his ankle earlier this month. However, stars like Captain Mikko Koivu and Zach Parise headline a experienced bunch that won't go down easy. Expect this series to go 6 or 7 games. Sticking out west, the Vegas Golden Knights continue their Cinderella season after winning the Pacific Division as an expansion team. They became the first true expansion team in major sports to win its division in its inaugural season and aren't slowing down heading into their matchup with the Los Angeles Kings. William Karlsson was one of the many Golden Knights to shock the hockey world this year, scoring a career-high 43 goals and 35 assists. Marc-Andre Fleury, who won 3 Stanley Cups with the Penguins while spending the past 13 years with the club, has been a wall in between the pipes for Vegas and is known for his clutch ability in key moments. Jonathan Quick is well advertised in that regard too after winning a pair of cups with the Kings in 2012 and 2014. Goaltending will be a focal point in this series and something to watch as it progresses. Andrei Kopitar, Jeff Carter, and Drew Doughty will be tasked with spoiling the Knights' party. Game 1 at the T-Mobile Arena on the Las Vegas Strip is set for 9 p.m. Central. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this break.
Don't ignore the subtext. It's on us to intervene in sexual assault. Because we can. Take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Cleveland Cavalier Tristan Thompson was caught out with an Instagram model last weekend. A source said that Khloe Kardashian is in disbelief after seeing reports of her boyfriend allegedly cheating on her. Back in December, the reality star confirmed her pregnancy on Instagram, thanking Thompson for making her a mommy and for making her oh so happy. Just a couple days ago, she told her followers that she is due any day now. The couple has yet to comment on these cheating rumors. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I do not keep up with the Kardashians, so I don't really know what's going on here.
I haven't been either, but poor Tristan Thompson. I hope we get some better news for him with the Cavaliers getting ready for the playoffs.
I think Brooke Lopez is doing okay, too, after that marriage to Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah,
48
yeah.
hours.
I forgot about that. It was so short-lived.
NBA players and Kardashians, not a good mix.
Well, Cristiano, let's hear more about the playoffs.
Well, you know, it's going to be a fun time in the NHL. We just talked about NBA drama. Now it's NHL drama. A lot of playoffs going on in the next couple days here, and I think that it's going to be a very exciting postseason. I think hockey playoffs, of course, I'm biased, happens to be one of the most exciting in all of sports. And Las Vegas. Hockey is in Vegas, and they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They may have the best home record in the postseason. We'll see because of how the players like to party.
Yeah, I thought that's a big deal. Expansion team making the playoffs, it doesn't really happen. What's the weather going to be like for them while they play hockey inside, though? Is it going to be nice? We're looking forward to some nice weather.
For this weekend, there's a chance of thunderstorms, but it's going to be really nice. So it's like 70s.
It better be at least sunny. I mean, my mom is coming down for Mom's Weekend, and we are planning to, you know, walk around outside on the engineering quad. So beautiful there. I'm hoping to see some sun, some warmth. What are your plans for Mom's Weekend?
Work. I don't have plans for Mom's
Okay,
Weekend.
well, I am taking my mom out dancing. She loves to dance. She's Argentinian, so that Latin music just gets her going.
on campus, she's going to
go
break down some moves over at Cam's.
Absolutely.
The Red Lion,
Lion, Cam's, Joe's will be everywhere.
All right, so hopefully we can look out for that.
Absolutely.
That's going to be it for tonight for this edition of UI7. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one.
For more of our stories, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter or subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll be back next Wednesday with another edition of UI7 News.
Have a wonderful evening, everybody.